A very unique thing that happened to the Kino is some of the vehicles here, they've tracked down somehow by serial number the actual crews of these specific vehicles. Reggie here is one of them. How did they track you down anyway?
Effectively, Alan came to the UK to buy the CVRT. Once he'd got the CVRT, he went through Merlin and Bovington, found the history of the vehicle, the unit, identified the registration number, and then found Queen's Rashazar site, then came through and got the crew guys. So that's how we ended up coming out to Kino a number of years ago. And
How many of you are coming here now?
this year there's about 7 or 8 of the veterans, but the most we've had out is about 15. So we're sort of, as the veterans sort of come back into the fold, so they come out and see the vehicles again.
I've never heard of this done anywhere else. So this was your actual track in 91.
This is actually Rathfryland 23 Alpha. So we lived on that from basically the first day we went in service till we came out in March.
What did you say its name was?
Rathfryland.
Rathfryland. So that's the location?
Yeah, it's a location. All the Irish SR vehicles, by squadron, A squadron, we Athlone, B squadron, they all have the names in Northern Ireland of a city or a town, and Rathfryland is this particular name for this vehicle.
I don't know if Athlone will count as a Northern Ireland town, but okay, we'll move on. What's with the Teddy?
Teddy is a thing that my children first done whenever I first joined up in the army and went away. They gave me a combat Ted to look after me and so I could sleep at night. So wherever I've gone over the world, I've had combat Ted with me.
I've done the same thing. So I've got a cow right now that I travel around with. Okay, so reportedly, this vehicle took a hit from an anti-tank missile and you were in it. The vehicle looks intact, you look intact. What happened?
Effectively, we had taken a position moving forward. We'd just been up with the Padre to do some burials, etc., for some of the enemy that had been taken out. We actually moved from that position and we went into an AP minefield. We knew it was AP because the other call sign 2-3, which was commanded by Billy Morrison, actually started hitting the mines. We all went stop, stop, stop. Sat static for a time to decide whether we were going to reverse out, were we going to carry on. The risk was that sort of they double laid the mines. They'd have an AP mine and an anti-tank mine beneath it. So it was decided we were going to pull back out. So we were getting out to check. We'd heard a couple of crumps while we were all debating this over the net. And I literally looked over the side of the vehicle and I actually took a photograph of what was in beneath the tracks.
That's a missile.
And that's what came out. So it was a case of sort of, we asked Sly Beasley, who was the driver, to gingerly drive in reverse back out in the tracks we'd gone in. Billy Morrison reversed out into the tracks, joined our tracks, and then we bugged out of the area.
Did you ever find out what fired it?
No, we were actually still debating it today because we were trying to work out whether it was, we know it's not a Sager tail on it, but somebody here reckons that it's one of the barrel-fired missiles.
That's my thought as well as Songster, but I'm not sure if the Iraqis had any of them back then. Either way, I know people who can find out, so I'll have another look at that picture a little bit later. I'll send it on to you on Facebook or something like that.
No problem. I brought all the photos out. I hadn't looked at them probably for nearly 20 plus years, but Alan asked them to be brought out so we could take photographs and copies for the displays. So he's now got all the bits and the stories.
So when I met my old tank in the motor pool, I got very emotional, and I'd only been away from it for a year. So you were away from this vehicle for 20-something years, and you are sure, I mean, you come back, you look at it, you are sure this is your vehicle.
Yeah, it's a case of sort of, when we came back, the bins and everything are on it, identical to the photographs. So it's as it was in 1991. It's even still got the sticky traverse. So quirks of the vehicle, living on them and the emotion side of it. The first time when I actually seen it, yeah, there was a wet eye. It's strange, but I'd love Big Ernie and that to come out and see her as well. But it's a case of still working on him.
All right, so you're going to be reenacting again the 91 war. She's going to be up for the task?
She's up for the task. Dominic's up in the gunner's position, sort of like taking my seat. And we got one of the Canadian guys doing the commanding force.
And this is your young one?
Yes, my 12-year-old.
Are you going to follow in his footsteps?
Probably.
Join the army?
Yeah.
You have to talk him out of that.
His mum might not like the interview. But no, it's great being here, and it's nice to actually see living history and them carrying it forward.
All right, thanks, Reggie. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Cheers.